They really did squeeze every little ounce of intensity and suspense that they could squeeze out of this premise. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, King Nikki TV, where I give you commentary on popular movies and TV shows. In this video, I will be giving you a spoiler-free review of the new horror movie, Sick. Breaking this down with the good, the bad, and the ugly of the movie. Then at the very end, I will be giving you my spoiler-filled final thoughts as well as an overall score. Sick is yet another in a long line of quarantine horror. We have two college friends who decide to quarantine at the family secluded lake house. Of course, it has to be secluded. I'm not a fan of quarantine horror in the slightest. I am not a fan of movies putting real life like COVID, quarantine, and all that stuff in their stories just in general. But if you have any good quarantine horror that you would recommend, see, can I even talk? That you would recommend, let's discuss it in the comments. I really can't think of not one that I enjoyed. Now let's get right into this with the good. Let's start off on a positive note. There are a lot of good when it comes to Sick. This is surprisingly really effective at the tension and suspense and putting you on edge. I thought the score was like, it was kind of a standout for me. That tense score was so good. It felt like this need to be a franchise just because I want to hear that music again. It was very distinct and effective at getting you to kind of tense up in anticipation of what was about to come. The attack scenes or horror sequences were so freaking good and so well shot. Initially, during that very first attack scene, right, I was like, I don't like this. I don't like what the director is doing because I am not a fan of shaky cam in any shape, way, or form. But that movement of the camera, how close up the camera was, it really conveyed the close quarters, the blocked in, frantic, like anxiety. Just the franticness of that scene was really good. And the killer was moving so dang fast, y'all. The killer was moving like those souped up uber fast zombies. I was like, oh, hell no. This killer is running. Like, this killer wants these niggas. Like, he was really going after them. There were also moments where you would see like this eerie, like silhouette presence of the killer behind the characters, unbeknownst to any of them. They really did squeeze every little ounce of intensity and suspense that they could squeeze out of this premise. There is also a little surprise to the killer that while it is not the most like jaw-dropping twist, it was well done and well played up to where it does add to the stress and anxiety of the situation and gives you like an oh shoot kind of moment when it's revealed. I didn't really have any expectations with this one and I was thoroughly entertained. This is actually a really good horror slasher in my humble opinion. And now for the bad. The stupidity, child. The stupidity. Tyler gets a text, want a party? And he then responds, sure, who is this? Excuse me, sir? I'm not telling a stranger, yeah, I want a party. All I would care to reply is, who is this? Then we have a moment where the killer is after characters, right? And they decide, let's split up. Baby, it is 2023. Everybody and their mama should know at this point you never motherfucking split up. Like, come on now. Like, we should be over that happening in horror movies. And in this case in particular, there was really no point, honestly. Characters dip out and leave one person to face off with the killer alone. Baby, why don't we all just stay together? Why don't we all like jump the killer together if that's what we gonna do? And just like, let's just all try to get away. Like, I was just like, are you kidding me? Isn't there strength in numbers? I don't know, but I just felt like it was really asinine and should not still be happening in horror movies. Then we have the typical, I hate when characters are in a life or death situation and one of them says, I can't. Okay, well, bitch, can you die? Because that is the only other option. I get 100% that if somebody wants to get in a house, they will, period. But how the hell did this killer get in that damn house? That bugs me, particularly when it's super quiet and just two people are talking. The killer manages to get into a house and get in the house without making a sound. Because remember, it's super quiet. It's just two characters talking. Then there is a raft-like scene that really felt completely implausible. Implausible. I will suspend some belief for a movie. Like, I will. And certain stuff that be unbelievable don't bother me. But that rap scene didn't make any damn sense. For a slasher, this movie has a really low body count, which I won't say hurt the movie per se, but I definitely feel like a slasher needs a much higher body count than this. Also, when we get to the moment where the villain reveals their motive, it feels way too much like just holding the audience's hand and just spoon feeding us. It is a very heavy-handed, just dumping that feels out of place in the movie, honestly, and it was very unnecessary. It's not a complicated movie or motive. The audience did not need such a long and tedious explanation. We didn't need you to hold our hand and spoon feed us everything that the killers ended up telling us. And now for the ugly. The singular thing that I hated about this movie, the COVID lockdown scenario. We have that Kevin Williamson humor and self-awareness in the script, which is nice. It's great. It's enjoyable. None of the dark humor regarding COVID bothered me in the slightest. And trigger warning, if you lost someone to COVID or anything along those lines, you might not be ready to laugh at the pandemic. This movie could definitely be triggering for you. For me, I am just sick of filmmakers putting it in their movies. I'm over it. I don't want to see it. There is an opening scene where a character is at a store and it feels extremely real life. Even down to the tape on the damn floor and the person in line who coughs and makes everybody Placing this movie in 2020, real life lockdown quarantine scenario did not add anything to the movie at all. You really could have created any type of world for this movie to be set in, to have two friends just go on vacation to someplace secluded. And personally, I like for movies and TV to be more like escapism. I don't want to see anything that mirrors real life. Don't bring current events into the movie. That's just me. That's just me personally. I don't want current events or politics and stuff like that, especially a movie like this where it wasn't even needed. And like I said, it didn't add anything. Can we please stop with the quarantine horror movies? I feel like Kevin Williamson is creative enough to not have had to play on the pandemic. Overall, minus the unnecessary hang up that Hollywood seems to have with the pandemic and horror movies, Sick is actually really good. It is a really good slasher, and it successfully builds and maintains a really intense atmosphere. I give Sick a 5 out of 10, an average movie that is sure to entertain. If you don't want any spoilers, you can sign off here. And thank you so much for watching up until this point. Thank you for supporting the content, watching the video, liking the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. And now for my spoiler-filled final thoughts. Let me start with the smallest things, just little teeny little things that irks me. There are moments where the killer is literally right behind our characters. Great scenes, like I said in my good section, but it feels extremely unrealistic for me that you cannot feel someone watching you that close. There are moments when I'm outside walking my dog and I can literally feel that someone is nearby or watching me. And I look in the direction where I feel it coming from, and sure enough, there is someone watching me. I just feel like it is no way you don't feel that someone is there, and when they are literally right behind you. Also, why that black girl was in bed, going to sleep without her hair tied up. That bugs me. That bugs me in movies. Okay, let's get to the real stuff. Sick had the most incompetent killers. First of all, the killer was getting beat the hell down and defeated. A bulk of the movie, Tyler successfully gets away from the killer. He wins that fight. He locks himself in the bedroom, and it is only when Tyler makes the dumbass decision to leave his room, unbarricade the door, and go looking. What was he looking for? The killer? That's when the killer got him. Baby, I would have stayed in that damn room until a damn search party came looking for me. I'd have been in there like starving, mouth dry, dehydrated. Also, when DJ is fighting the killer, he wins the damn fight. DJ beats the killer down and has a clear path to the door to escape and get in the dang car. But instead of running for safety, he decides to kick the killer while he down and continue fighting. And that is how the killer won. Y'all, why the hell did DJ and Parker need to split the hell up? Make it make sense. Why couldn't we just both go to Mary and then we all take our ass to the car? If we never split up, we likely would have had much more of a chance of us all surviving, considering the fact that we keep beating the killer. Baby, why the hell were they honking the damn horn while DJ was in the house fighting for his damn life? Y'all, that irked me so bad. Y'all left him by himself to face off and fight against a killer with a knife and got the nerve to be blowing the horn. Y'all, for what? Every time we could hear that damn horn going while DJ was in the house fighting, I literally wanted to go up to Parker and Mary and ask, why in the hell were they doing that? Like, y'all, what are y'all doing, baby? He in there fighting and y'all blowing the horn. So the motivation for this is that Parker infected their son, the killer's son, with COVID. So they are getting revenge, right? But you killed the innocent neighbor who was quarantining alone. Then you have the nerve to say, that's my boy, that boy in the kitchen, that's my son, and you killed him. My nigga, are you deranged? Yes, I killed the person who was trying to kill me. Like, am I supposed to care it was your son? You the fool brought your son to come murder. That was bat-ish crazy when he said that. And if I'm trying to get help, I would have never gotten that lady car. Me? I wouldn't have. Because if I say he's trying to kill me and your response is, where's your mask? Bitch, you deranged. And I'm just going to take my chances. I'm just going to keep running. Like, I get it. That scene, like the context and everything that the movie is saying. But if this is a real scenario, baby, I'm not getting in the car with this crazy lady. Y'all, when they were suffocating Parker with that thin flimsy plastic and her hands were both free, I was like, girl, if you don't just take your hands and rip a hole in the damn plastic where your mouth at, y'all, that bothered me so bad. Y'all, Mary in that kitchen out in the damn open for like 100 hours was killing me. Girl, if you don't go take your supplies for your leg and go hide some damn well, you know there is another killer. And there is a chance your friend did not get away. Why would you just be hanging out in the damn open? Oh my God, that bugged me so bad. Then when Mary is typing a help message, baby, girl, why are you spelling out every word? Make it short and sweet. She typing out killer in the house, please call help. Girl, killer in the house is sufficient. I think your dad can figure out what the hell to do with that info. You ain't gotta say call police. Then why the hell are you typing out please and all the other words? Girl, abbreviate. You hear that the killer is finna cut the damn Wi-Fi. Y'all, Mary went from I can't walk to jumping the damn killer. Then she went from jumping the damn killer to I can't walk again because she was crawling while Parker was fighting off with the killer number 3. Baby, can you walk or not? Because she keep flim-flamming. Y'all, the lady running down the street on fire was the dumbest Dumbest ish. I was yelling at the TV. She ran while on fire. She fell to the ground and then she got back up and continued to run. Girl, if you don't stop, drop, and roll, the killer in this movie is the same guy from Alone. If I ever meet that actor, I am literally going to run for the freaking hills. That man creeping. That man creeping. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of the new slasher Sick? Are you tired of quarantine horror, or do you enjoy them? Comment down below and let's discuss it. While you are here, check out my horror movie review playlist. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'll see you in the next one.